Speaking of 18-year-olds, this man's very impressive. Had a wonderful year, 13 games at the Sydney Swans. Fresh out of the TAC Cup, he's one of their rising stars in Sydney, and he's been kind enough to join us. Welcome to Luke Parker.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And congratulations on your year. You must be stoked.
Yeah, absolutely wrapped. I'd probably outdone my expectations my first year. I was hoping maybe to get a few games before the end of the season, but to get 13 to the end, I was absolutely stoked.
And 13 games, as you said, Sydney made the finals, had a fantastic year, and obviously cemented yourself. We call that cementing, and you get it 13 games away. But your highlights, what was your highlight for the year so far?
The highlight would have been debuting. So the first one, even though I was sub, I absolutely loved it against Port Adelaide. Then probably the Geelong game was one of the highlights, and playing the finals as well. That was went to a whole new level.
How did you find the just the whole finals atmosphere and sort of fitting in? Did you sort of say it went up another level? Did you find it? Yeah, what is it? Is it more difficult to get your hands on the ball, or less time? What is it about finals?
I don't think it probably not picks up a level. It's probably the intensity goes to another level, and the want to win from everyone out there is really a thing that everyone's just fighting till the final siren.
You just spoke about the sub rule. I mean, every player in the competition had to get used to that aspect of it first year in. Is it difficult, or how do you find it?
Oh, it's a bit different, but pretty much the coaches say if you're sub, you should be feeling fresh and come on and have an influence on the game.
He's not foreign to that player, just being called at last minute. Round 16, you're eating a pie in the stands, and they came up and tapped him on the shoulder. You've been called up. Tell us about that one.
That's right, so quickly had to go chuck on the boots. No, well, basically every week, if you're emergency, you warm up in the rooms while they go out. And when they came back, Jude had unfortunately injured himself and was a bit shaky on his knee. So yeah, they gave me the call up and said, get ready to play.
Now, Luke, you've played with plenty of guys that are already playing in the AFL now with you. Tom Lynch is one that really caught the eye and had a great first year for the Gold Coast. What can you tell us about one of your teammates from the Dandenong Stingrays?
Yeah, Lynchy was, I only played with him for 1 year, so as him as a top ager at the Stingrays, he came in and he really impressed me. So basically he's a big target up forward for him, and there's definitely no doubt he's got a lot of improvement left in him.
And your captain back in your year, you had two guys that went ahead of you in the draft the year before in Tom Scully and Ryan Bastanak. Tell us about their impact on you as a young fella.
Yeah, that's right. Again, they were really good leaders on and off the field at the Stingrays, so it's really good to see they're doing really well at the moment in their AFL clubs, so I'd have no doubt at all that they'll be good leaders in the future.
And he was the best and fairest winner, by the way, in amongst that company. That's how well Luke went as a bottom-age player. We're going to see your pathway playing for Vic Country now, Luke, when you played in the National Championships. Tell us about playing in amongst the best players from right around Australia.
Yeah, well, I guess the National Championships, another step-up level. It's you have the guys you play against, and pretty much you end up becoming good mates with them and teammates. So, I guess, yeah, it is another step up, but yeah, it all gets you ready to play at that next level.
Shifter likes to do his research as we continue to have a look at you. And Shifter was telling me earlier that going over your files, you think he won a best and fairest in something like 8 or 9 years in a row?
Something like that. Your record was quite incredible.
Yeah.
9 years on the trot.
Yet.
9 years on the
trot. So you won 9 BNFs in a row.
Wow.
Take us through who, for, and how.
I was Lang Warren. My local club was from under 9s till 16s, and then my first year at the Stingrays.
Oh, that's an outstanding effort.
And he went 40 in the draft, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
And in Sydney, obviously, it's a big move. I mean, to go up to Sydney, you got the surf, the sun, you love the surfing and all that.
Right,
and
so, yeah.
You got the tips and the hair. Have you got a lucky lady in your life?
No, not at the moment, I don't. So the boys have let me down, give me no connections there. So.
No need to limit yourself when you've got it all happening, Luke. Well done. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you recounting your pathway right here on TAC Cup Future Stars.
Thanks for having me.
He's a beauty, isn't he? Luke Parker. And commiserations on the Swans being a 13 games. might not quite get you there, but I'm sure you'll be competitive.